Hello friends, my name's Catherine and today I am trying out a new way to make bias tape. I bought this stack of black and white and gold embellished fat quarters, and I want to take one of these and turn it into bias tape so that I can use it when making things out of the other tapes. So I'm going to take and lay this flat and then find the bias angle by folding it over and making the one side line up with the other. There we go, and that gives us right here this perfect 45-degree angle. So we're just going to go ahead and take and cut that. Just go along on that fold with my scissors and trim it, which is going to give us a cut along what should be the bias. The bias is the direction that the fabric has give. So for instance, this is the manufacturer's side, the manufacturer edge of the fabric, and when you pull on that, it's not very stretchy, doesn't have very much give. Same with the other direction, a little bit more stretch, but not a whole lot. But if you pull diagonally, it's got quite a bit of give to it. So we are going to be basically turning this square fabric so that it has that give. Then what we're going to do is take and flip everything over so that it's right sides up, and then I believe what I need to do is turn it so that this side matches up here, so that this side matches up here, so that when I sew down this edge, I can turn it out and press the seam flat, and it will be a rectangle this direction with the bias going this way. That is what I believe that I need to do. So I'm going to go and take this over to my sewing machine and sew it, and then I will be right back to show you the next step. Hang on, be right back. I'm gonna sew this edge. All right, I'm back. I've sewn this edge down. It's all attached to itself again now. And now I'm going to press that seam open with an iron. So, you know, just like you'd press any seam open, you split your fabric on the seam and take your hot iron and run along it as you are pressing it. You continue opening up that seam so that the fabric folds back to itself. There we go. I'm going to run out of space here in a minute and have to readjust, but that seam is pressed nice and flat and open now. So I'm going to move my fabric and do the rest of the seam. There we go. And then I'm just going to leave that end to set just a little bit extra long. I want it to be really firm. Firmly pressed it down and in place. And there we have it. That's it with the iron for now. There we go. Fairly easy to do that. Now comes the interesting part. We are going to mark off our bias lines. So we've got There we go. We've marked 1.5 inch marks all the way along. This end piece, this end one right here, ended up a little funky. That's okay though, whatever. I'll just take and trim it off and then it won't be a problem anymore. And grab my fabric shears. The paper shears aren't going to do it. There we go. Okay. Just evening that up. And I'm sure that's going to mean that something is off somewhere else, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. No use looking for a problem that's going to come up later. Okay, now I believe what we're meant to do is lift it like this, because the goal is to make a spiral. So we're trying to match up one side with the other where the marks are, kind of, sort of, if I'm doing this right. I'm not sure I am. Well, we shall see. So that the marks match up and make a spiral, hopefully. Sort of, kind of, maybe. We'll see. Just grab a clip and clip that there for now. It doesn't look right. I probably didn't do this right. I've probably mangled this so badly that I'm not going to be able to recover from it. But whatever, we'll see. Who knows? It might turn out. Let's just press ahead. Okay. Okay, so we want one hanging off of each end. So there. And then we want those lined up so that the lines meet, hopefully, and that so that when it opens up. Nope, see, that'll work. Those lines will end up going straight. Nice. Okay. Nope. I've regained all confidence in myself. I believe it will work again. I believe in it again. All right, let's take it to the machine and sew it. I'll be back with you in just a moment to show you what I've done. Okay, let's take our ruler and measure that. It's almost 1.5 inches. Not bad. Let's try the other side. No, the other side's also... I wonder where it went off. This one? Yeah, that one's where it went off. Okay, so that line needs to be made to meet up. We can do that. Okay, let's just take a ruler and find our line and make it meet. for realsies this time. Make sure that I don't have any fabric I don't want caught in my scissors caught in there. And then actually take that off too. There we go. And then this should be the line that I cut. And it should be a continuous line all the way around in a spiral, around and around and around, to give me an 1.5-inch piece of tape that I can then run through a bias machine if I've got one. I don't have one, but if you've got one, you can use it, or just iron it in your favorite bias tape fashion. Personally, I feel double fold bias tape is the most superior bias tape. But if you prefer single fold bias tape, then absolutely do that. There we have it. All right, all of our flat strip pieces cut out and sewn together. Easiest sewing you'll ever do for bias tape with this method, but not the easiest way of figuring it out. That took some figuring, but it worked out. And now, if you've got a bias tape folder, you can go ahead and use that. But if, like me, you don't have one, then you're going to just put it all off in one direction and find the end, because it's gotten itself lost. There we go. Found the end. Put the rest of it off in one direction and start ironing your bias tape. However you normally like to iron it. I usually start by ironing it into single fold tape and then going back through and ironing the edges in to make it double fold. But you do whatever's best for you. There we go. If you want to follow my process, keep watching, because I'm just gonna keep making this until it's done. But I'll probably speed it up through this part too, because nobody wants to sit through a half an hour of watching someone iron bias tape. And then if you want single fold bias tape, you can stop there. You just saw how much work that was. And if you want single fold bias tape, I don't blame you for stopping there and for wanting to stop there. But if you want double fold bias tape, you're gonna open that back up and fold each of the two sides in to that middle crease that you just set. There we go. In, and then making sure to keep them even all the way along. Do that for the entire length of your tape. which I'm sure you can tell is going to be tedious and boring and time-consuming and just not a great deal of fun. Not a great deal of fun. But there you have it. That's how you make bias tape. And that's how you make double fold bias tape. There you go. So, hopefully you have now been armed with the tools to do it yourself. Go forth and bias. I will see you guys all later. Bye.